Weeks after a stunt double sued him for a violent and unscripted rape scene in his most recent movie, Horizon, Kevin Costner has spoken out about dealing with women. On Friday, the 70-year-old celebrity stopped by Fanatics Fest in New York City for a Q&A session with Michael Strahan. The 53-year-old presenter of Good Morning America questioned him about how he has managed to incorporate romance plots into his Western and sports movies. "But movies for me, you just can't have a movie without having a girl," Costner replied, even mentioning the movie at the heart of his latest complaint. Additionally, women predominate in these films, even in the westerns I created for Horizon. It is simply dominated by, and I believe that they created the greatest films, the games we play, and the professional athletes. They work 3 hours a day. He continued by saying that in his sports films, his characters' off-field lives were frequently more interesting than their on-field lives. They essentially practice all year long, but they have these lives outside of what they play, observed Costner, and a lot of the drama happens there, and I think I've always felt the need to have women in the sports movies. Weeks after he was involved in a legal dispute as a female stunt double on his $100 million Western epic, he made these remarks. He and the movie's producers are the targets of a sexual harassment lawsuit brought by Horizon on the production of the second and last Horizon movie, Horizon, An American Saga. Chapter 2, Devin Labella claims that she was unexpectedly exposed to an unscripted rape scenario in May 2023. Labella's case was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court on Tuesday, according to court documents acquired by DailyMail.com, alleging that she was the victim of a violent, unscripted, unscheduled rape scenario directed by Kevin Costner. Labella, a stunt double for star Ella Hunt, stated that there was no intimacy coordinator present and that she never gave her consent to the purported scenario, which she claims caused her permanent trauma. As per the publication, Labella is suing for an unknown amount and wants a trial by jury. In a statement, Costner's lawyer Marty Singer blasted Labella as a serial accuser and adamantly refuted her allegations, saying they had absolutely no merit. According to him, Costner takes safety on set very seriously and always wants to make sure that everyone is comfortable working on his films. Singer claimed that Labella had authorized and practiced the scene with another actor before it was filmed, and she also accused her of using shakedown tactics. And he said she was in excellent spirits thereafter and had texted Horizon's stunt coordinator to thank them for the chance. Labella allegedly sent the stunt coordinator cartwheel and heart hand emojis in one purported text message. "The facts are clear and we are beyond confident that Kevin will prevail," Singer said in closing. According to the stuntwoman's lawsuit, which was filed on Tuesday, Labella was hired as Ella Hunt's stunt double for the second installment of Horizon. Labella was to substitute for the actress during physical scenes, including any stunts in accordance with the SAG agreement. Labella's complaint states that SAG prohibits last-minute requests for nudity or simulated sex, and that the makers of the film must provide 48 hours notice of any alterations. Any alterations pertaining to private scenes must also have the performer's consent. Additionally, a coordinator for all intimacy sequences was allegedly a condition mentioned in Hunt's contract. Labella was instructed to substitute for Hunt during a scripted, aggressive, and intimate rape scene weeks into the filming process, without incident, because of its physical nature. The lawsuit claims that the sequence, which was taped on May 1, 2023, included Hunt's character Juliet and a male character named Sig, who was portrayed by actor Douglas Smith. After several takes, the scene supposedly wrapped with no issues. Labella, who has roles on Barbie, 2023, and American Horror Stories on FX, claimed to have returned to the Horizon 2 set for a non-intimate scene a day later. However, Labella asserted that director Costner, who was purportedly present on the set that day, had included a scene in which Hunt's Juliet is sexually assaulted by another male character, played by Roger Ivans. According to reports, Costner gave Ivans the order to climb on top of Ms. Hunt, violently raking up her skirt. Costner is accused of asking Labella to stand in for Hunt without proper notice, consent, preparation, or appropriate safeguard measures in place. Labella maintains in her lawsuit that the scene was not on the call sheet for that day. Such a request was not within the scope of her role as a stunt double, she asserted. Additionally, Labella claimed that she was not informed that Hunt had declined to do the part, and that the actress had even reportedly left the set. Labella claimed that because the scenario was so different from the rape scene that was filmed on May 1, 2023, which was choreographed, etc., she did not give her permission to proceed with it. Her unease was exacerbated by the movie's purportedly open set, which would have permitted anyone to enter and observe the scene being performed. Costner did not cut or action during the scene, according to Labella, so she had no idea when it started or finished. She further claimed that neither the intimacy coordinator nor the stunt coordinator for the movie were aware that the spontaneous sequence was being filmed or present when it was filmed. According to Labella's lawsuit, the scene had a negative effect on her, causing her to cry and feel reminders of shame, humiliation, and complete lack of control. It was awkward for Labella to return to set after taking a few days off, and she was supposedly advised to stay off set and stay in her trailer by herself. During the rest of the shoot, she further asserted, the production team made excuses for Costner. Labella says she has permanent trauma that she will be required to address for years to come as a result of the on-set incident. She said that she started experiencing anxiety, sleep disturbance, and fears of intimacy, which prompted her to seek therapy in June 2023. That day, a system that promised professionalism and protection left me vulnerable, unprotected, and profoundly deceived. In a statement to People on Tuesday, she said, "What happened to me broke my trust and permanently altered how I move through this industry. I operate with a ferocious commitment to upholding the greatest standards as I continue to act and embark on my stunt coordination adventure, designing sets where consent, safety, and communication are non-negotiable. I now have a lifelong goal to be the advocate I once required, making sure that no one else is ever left as defenseless as I was." The action, according to Labella's lawyer James A. Vagnini, is emblematic of what is still a very deep-rooted issue in Hollywood. The case is a clear example of male-dominated sexist Hollywood movie production, said Kate McFarlane, Labella's other lawyer. Our client was brutally sexually assaulted without any protection from the obvious harm. This occurred in spite of the existence of conduct and behavior rules created especially to safeguard individuals such as Devin Labella, McFarlane said.